What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back today to another Wrexham video. Now, I'm recording this the morning after the England game, so I'm a little bit gutted today, but we move on, and we have a crazy episode today, and you've probably seen from the thumbnail, I may have lost my head. I signed someone a little bit outrageous, and it's just in time to face his former club, and the club he's got a tattoo of on his actual body. It's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's joined Wrexham. Now, this might look outrageous. It might look a little bit silly. We are obviously 2 years into the future. 3 years into the future? 2025. 3 years, I think. 2 and a bit. I don't know. But yeah, we're in the future, and Aubameyang is now 35 years of age. He was released from Chelsea in the summer, and believe it or not, I tried talking to him back then, and he was having absolutely none of it. 6 months have passed, no one has got in for him, and he was down to talk. Now, he didn't have any outrageous demands. He's on £5,000 a week, which, you know, Paul Mullin, I think, is on like 7 grand. 7,500, so he's on less than Paul Mullin, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is a Wrexham player. Now, it's perfect because he's come in, he scored a goal in his first game. I believe it was against Bristol Rovers he scored a goal. I think it was the 3-0 win. I'll show you guys how things are going. But he come in, he scored a goal. He played against Cambridge as well. I believe he come off the bench for 10-15 minutes. Scored in his first start, and then was also very good against Fleetwood in the Papa John's game. But since you guys were last here, we lost to Fleetwood. Carried on a losing run, losing to Barnsley 1-0. I went back to our trusty 4-4-2 and things turned around. Paul Mullin has not been fantastic since you guys were last here. He wasn't fantastic in the last episode as well. You can see a horrible run of form of 5 games with no win, with 4 losses in that as well. So in this game, we brought on Scott Thomas. We've moved away from his famous 5-back, but he come on and got the winner in a 1-0 win against Plymouth. Since then, a 1-0 win against Cambridge, away from home. Another very good performance. Obviously, with the boost of Aubameyang coming in, we played against Bristol Rovers and we won 3-0 and obviously beat Fleetwood as well in the Papa John's Cup, which means we're now sitting back in 4th in the league. We are just 2 points above 7th place, but also just 2 points away from 3rd. 1st and 2nd, Bristol and Sheffield Wednesday are running away with the league. So if we want any chance of promotion this season, I think it's going to come via the playoffs. So we just got to keep doing what we are doing. Today, massive. FA Cup 3rd round at the racecourse. Arsenal come to say hello. I mean, they're not a bad side, Davey. They've got Pep Guardiola as their manager. It's a bit good, isn't it? In terms of their team and who they're playing at the moment, a lot of game time is Ramsdale, Gabriel, Saliba, Zinchenko, Koopman, Odegaard, Soler, Fabio Vieira, Bukayo Saka, who I thought was fantastic last night, by the way, for England. And Yeremy Pino up front. There are also players like Gabriel Martinelli, Ben White, Thomas Partey, Tierney. The list goes on and on and on. It is a big challenge today, but also a massive chance to cause an upset. Let's get into it. Let's see what Aubameyang could do against his former club, Arsenal, in the FA Cup 3rd round. Just hold up there. One thing I'm going to ask is, as a goal from myself, I am really looking for 350 subscribers by Christmas. I'm about 60 away as of recording this. I'm on a Friday night here. I'm recording 5 videos tonight just for this weekend and Monday, as I've got a very busy weekend planned. I'm dedicated. Can you guys show me the support? Smash the subscribe button and make my dreams happen. Thank you so much to everyone that does. Let's get into it without any further ado. One other very quick thing. Donald McAnally, a player we brought in for free in the summer, was on loan at Woking. Had okay, was not great, but wanted to come back because he wasn't been playing in his correct position. He's gone down in quite a few stats, but he's wanted by a hell of a lot of clubs, and I've actually accepted a bid, and he's out for £275,000 to West Brom, I believe it is. We've got a 50% profit on that, so if he does become an absolute world star, we'll get a decent bit of money for Donald. But I thought, as a deal, not too bad from us. He looks good. He looks alright. He's quick. He can finish. He's not the most determined player. But you know what? £300,000 for someone we signed for free literally just a few months ago. It's a deal rising to that with instalments, etc. But yeah, 100k in the back pocket straight away. 300k overall. for a free transfer just 6 months ago. I think that's a fantastic piece of business. This then is the sort of game that gets everyone excited for the FA Cup in real life. Wrexham at home to Arsenal. The Arsenal team today is looking very, very strong. It's Turner in goal, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Koopmeiners, Odegaard, Charlie Patino, Saka, Pino and Gabriel Martinelli comes to the racecourse to start up front for Arsenal. We have gone with an equally strong team, a very strong team for us. It is Wilson in goal, Bernard, Hayden, McGeehee and Milner as the back five. Ryan Baconson as ball infielder as O'Connor is out suspended. Bellingham, Johnny Smith, Aubameyang gets his start next to Paul Mullin. Let's just see what we can do today. Every single time we've played against a massive team, I've been left fairly happy and proud of how we have played. It looks like in the first 10 minutes, we're the team on the front foot. Stats say otherwise. They have had 5 shots already, but we look like we've got quite a high line. Aubameyang early on losing possession to Saliba. Sadly, he's not got that deadly pace, but I feel like as a tutor, he's absolutely brilliant. He's got quite a good personality. He's not got any of the bad traits that come with him in real life for some reason. But we'll take that on FM as a free transfer. I think is fantastic. And let me know down in the comments. Would you guys have signed Aubameyang? £5,000 a week, $2,500 less than Paul Mullin. But this is super Paul Mullin on the ball. A lot of pace, but I tell you what, when you come against Arsenal Premier League players, it's a bit difficult. They are quite literally a Champions League side. They've got a genius in charge as manager. Pep Guardiola is their manager today. But 20 minutes in, we are definitely the happier of the two sides. Arsenal do seem to be on top, but not in the lead just yet. England regular Ben White knocking it around the back now. Kieran Tierney cutting on that left side, finds Bukayo Saka, great touch. And he puts it wide. Now, one thing I am going to just check is what have I got this on. I am going to drop the line a little bit and maybe put a mid block on there rather than a low block, just so we're not inviting too much pressure. Ben Wilson, by the looks of it, have an absolute storm of a game on an 8 average rating. That is very, very good to see. Arsenal 10 shots already in the first half. We've had 2. 1 on target. It looks like today might be a day we just try and get a cheeky counter-attack off. It is Kieran Tierney on the edge of the box. Shot hits the crossbar. Saka trying to get it back in. He's not going to manage it. We are holding on for dear life. I honestly don't feel like there's too much we could change to get in control of a game against a Champions League side. So we're just going to have to try and ride our luck and take our chances when they come. Half time, you said this to me at the start, 0-0. I'd have been very, very happy with that. I've got to say, we're moving in to the 50th minute. They have still not scored a goal. Charlie Patino is still on the pitch for a little knock. Martinelli still playing up front as well. Great ball from Pino. Martinelli is through on goal. And Ben Wilson saves, I believe, onto the crossbar. Another fantastic save for our goalkeeper. Ben is now 32 years of age. I'm sort of having thoughts about potentially replacing him with someone younger. But performances like this keep him in indeed. And Job, a long ball forward to Aubameyang. He tries the ball in behind to Mullin, but Gabriel does do very, very well. We find Saka on that right wing as well. Plays it all the way back to Matt Turner. And Arsenal are going to build out from the back yet again in a very Pep Guardiola fashion. It is Patino finding Martinelli, who's been awesome today. Pino on the left wing. Can we get a challenge in? Ryan getting back in to help, but he does lose out on possession. Koopmeiners finds Saka. Great touch. He's going to get a ball in. Yerry Pino. Ben Wilson, what a save. Everyone's putting bodies on the line, and it is still 0-0. How that ball has not ended up in the back of the net, I have absolutely no idea. Right, what are we going to do? Mullin, again, is not having a fantastic game. Johnny Smith isn't either. I think we're going to go into the 5-back. I know I've literally just said the 5-back has not been working very well recently, but I feel like in this sort of game, it's maybe a game where it can be utilised and can be quite effective. We'll get on Jordan Davies as a left centre mid, Baconson as a right. Ryan can come off for Josh Nerfield. He can play a little bit better than him, and we'll stick it as that. We'll have Aubameyang as a pressing forward. Doesn't suit him massively, but you know what? Let's go for it. Pino, a corner for Arsenal. Ben White gets up. Wait, what happened there? Oh, I thought Ben White had it. It was Koopmeiners. I thought for some reason Koopmeiners maybe took the corner and it went in straight away, because it said Koopmeiners goal. I didn't see his name come up at all. Flashed for half a second at the front post. He did get his head on it, and it is 1-0 Arsenal, just as we've changed into a 5-back. Right, because of our right wing back, we can switch very easily. Aaron Hayden putting bodies on the line with a fantastic diving header, but it does fall to Yerry Pino, and it's 2-0 as soon as we switch into the 5. Oh, it was poor. It's not good enough. We're going to take off Aubameyang and get on Mipo Odebueko. Obviously still a fantastic footballer and done very well for us this season. We'll just swap a few things around and we should be fine to make no more changes and just leave it at that. But today, class has shown, and Arsenal a fantastic side. Bacon stood with the ball down that right wing, finding Josh Nerfield. Can he get a ball in the box? He can, but Gabriel clears very easily. We've still only had the 2 shots and they've now had 22. So, quite the dominating game from Arsenal. It is Carlos Soler in the middle, finding Coop Miners back into Odegaard. I mean, it's good to watch and see because you can see the quality difference in just some of these players. The way they ping passes, run past people, finish chances is unbelievable. I mean, Yeremy Pino's goal speaks for itself. Cut on the left and fires it into the top corner. Just at this level, you don't have them sort of players come all too often. A long switch there is intercepted by Ben White and Saka is driving at the defence. Decent chance, but another good save by Ben Wilson. And this is just turning into a bit of let's just hold on and make it not embarrassing in terms of our confidence and morale for the boys. We've just come back from a 5-game non-winning streak to win 4 in a row. It'll be good if we just manage to keep everyone a little bit happy so we don't get battered today. Odegaard with a ball in, Saliba with a header, and it looks like there's a penalty in there. Bernard looked like he speared someone. He dropped out a Roman Reigns, got in for him, and he speared him. So it's penalty to Arsenal. It is Teen Coop Miners with a penalty and a great save to his credit again from Ben Wilson. He really has kept the scoreline as it is. He's on a 9.1 rating. Paul Mullin, I don't know what is going on with him, but he's having an absolute stinker of a game yet again. And I just can't get him to turn around this bad form. I have said to him he deserves a bit of a break, but I brought him back early for this Arsenal game. I'm going to try and give him, I think, maybe a week or 2 week break. Him and Aaron Hayden is feeling the same effects. I mean, they've played every single game pretty much since we started this save. So 3 years they have been undroppable. So it's fair to say fitness is catching up and they're both having a little bit of a downturn in form. When we play against players like Saka, though, we cannot have that. And it's another penalty. And if last night is anything to go by, you score one, you miss one. This time, is Koopman going to step up again? He isn't. It's going to be Carlos Soler. They've chain takers, and he's missed as well. Somehow we're still involved. I think it was a hit at the post. I don't think Wilson saved it. If he did, unbelievable. But I'm pretty sure that one hit the post. Ollie Palmer does clear it, drops to Tierney. Odegaard again whipping the ball in, and it looks like that one's going to bounce clear. Somehow it does in the end, and Palmer looked like a karate chop there on a Saka, but it clearly wasn't. We're going to start again, though, from the back. A game filled with highlights, this one. Today's episode is just going to be the Arsenal game, but can we make it 2-1? Mipo Odebueko, we can make it 2-1. The ball, I'm going to say now, was absolutely shocking from Jordan Davies. Well behind him. Somehow, we've got a goal back and it's 2-1. And now, we have to start thinking about pushing players forward. We're going to move the wingers up, definitely. I mean, a mistake from Kieran Tierney does gift us the goal. Let's move the wingers up then. And let's maybe go for this one a little bit. You know what? Let's get absolutely outrageous out here. Let's do this as well. Keep these the same. Keep that all the same. Let's maybe just play a little bit of dirty non-league. Not non-league. We're not a non-league side anymore. Bit of dirty lower league play, shall we? Let's get the ball distributed straight up to the big man, Ollie Palmer. Let's get a standard line, a high press. Let's just run at them a little bit, shall we? Let's try and run them off the park, bully them a little bit, get the big boys on. We'll do what the Dutch did against Argentina, maybe. Take them to penalties. You know what? If we lost them penalties, again, another valiant effort from the boys. I mean, even this, you can tell so far, Arsenal, the massively better side, but a great effort from everyone out there on the field today. We've played our game, and sadly, just lost to a very, very good team, I reckon. But it's not over yet. Probably about 15 minutes left, including added time. So we'll see what we can get done. And we'll demand more from the boys, but we'll also go attacking. I don't think much else is going to happen, though. There is only 5 minutes left, and that is added time. We'll put Bellingham just slightly higher up, and we'll get him as a shadow striker, and really just try and concentrate on these wings now. Let's just get the ball in the box, and you know what, we'll float them as well, because we've got 6'19" Ollie Palmer in the box. So we'll see if we can find him. Just 3 minutes to go. I think it's time. Just chuck everyone up there. Why not? Literally a few minutes to go. Let's absolutely go for this one. We'll put Craig in there as an anchor, can we? We can. And then put these two on attacking, and we'll absolutely go for it. Why not? You two can all be shadow strikers. Everyone, get up there. Go on, get in the box. 2 minutes is all we've got left. And there is a highlight. It's Ben Wilson with a long ball forward. If they do win this header, they are pretty much through on goal. And they are through on goal. If you've not learned on Football Manager, never do what I just done. It never works. They put the ball wide so it stays at 2-1. There is another highlight. Can we... Oh, Jordan Davies, what are you doing? Why would you hit the ball at the pitch? Why would you do that? The game is pretty much over. Odriozola has a throw and he's wasting time. It's shocking from Arsenal. They've come to the racecourse and scraped a 2-1 win. That's what the headlines are going to say. We won't say they missed 2 penalties because that makes them look better than they are. It should have really been 4-1. But a 2-1 loss to a Champions League side. We've played against Pep Guardiola. I'm telling the boys they all did themselves proud. And that is exactly what they have done. Just to wrap up this episode, I'm going to just take you guys through a few players that I have looked at as well. I tried to sign Cheku Kouyate. There's a bit of a theme going on. I massively panicked and was just looking at Premier League players that got released. You can't see the offers I made, but Cheku Kouyate and Jeffrey Schlupp were another 2 I tried to get in. I thought Schlupp would have been fantastic, either as this left mid or in the 5-back on the wing-back on attack. I thought he'd have been great as well. They were both asking for about £5,000, but eventually both did reject. I am still on the lookout. I think a centre-back is really what I really want. It's just trying to find the right one. Nothing has really come up. I've got people out there looking maybe for loans. I'm happy to loan someone in. We haven't really got a lot of money. We've still got 5k in the bank in terms of our wages. But not a lot in terms of transfer budget. So it might be a loan to the end of the season, which I'm happy to do. Talking of loans, Joe Bellingham is now wanted by some very big sides. Brentford, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Watford, Lyon, Marseille and Rennes are all interested in Job. So I do think it's probably going to be a 1-season love affair with Job. And then maybe after that, it might be a case where we try and get him on loan again if he goes to another big club. And maybe by the time we're fighting at the top of the championship, we can tempt Job to come back to the racecourse. But like I said, just the one game for today's episode. Thank you guys all so much for the support on this weekend's videos. You guys have been legends as always, and I really massively appreciate it. If you haven't seen the bit at the start of the video, I do ask for 350 subs by Christmas. It's my little goal for myself, a little personal one, and you guys can help that magic happen by just smashing that subscribe button. So thank you all so much, and I'll speak to you next time.